Nayib Bukele was invited to the CPAC, people that are come to talk about, I mean, talking about conservative values, you're talking about people that are still choosing who will be the right, and the man comes in, no surprises here, I will assume, right? No,
Right.
unless you have a different opinion about that, he comes and he immediately endorses Donald Trump. And in addition to that, he gives everybody a fair warning about the fact that everything that we're doing right now will be the equivalent of what El Salvador was doing prior to the country becoming, again, the capital crime of the world, and he has to come and clean it up and
Yeah.
fix it. And he said, what you're doing right now is going to take you to become that country that we used to be unless you take some drastic actions. And then he goes and endorses your buddy, Donald Trump. What do you think? Guys, this is no longer, even though El Salvador is a tiny little country, this guy carries a lot of weight today
yeah.
because he has managed to prove that if you just don't steal the money and you can
There's
get
enough money.
and you can get a handle of the level of corruption that goes on there's enough money to do the stuff that they building, the level of security, the attraction for a foreign investment into the country makes this place one of the safest places on the planet, right? And one of the most attractive places to visit and to invest into.
Right.
So what do you think? Will that make a difference, especially with the Latin community?
I believe so, just because anywhere. The other day I was picking up my car for a rental. So I had a rental. I went to pick up a car, and there was 4 people from 3 different countries, and they were all talking about Nayib Bukele, and not a single person had something bad to say.
Negative to say about it.
Nothing, so they were like, look, it's tough, but we got enough chancletas when we were growing up and we turned out to be fine. It was kind of like that it's like, yeah, maybe he's a little bit too extreme, but it was necessary to make sure that the job has gotten done. Everywhere you go, I don't think I don't recall speaking to a single person that would say
Do you think that this can have a positive impact on especially again, we're talking about this Latino community, but in general, I mean, people.
Yeah, I think so.
There's a positive opinion.
Yes, I think
across the board for this.
Absolutely, I think it can influence people to think more the way they should be thinking. But unfortunately, I still see the power of the media. And at the end of the day, whatever the media wants you to believe is what people are going to believe. And it's messed up because I want to believe that all people got to do is be smart. And all you got to do is just go out and do the right thing and then you win. But when corruption exists, right? Or
the level that we're seeing right now.
And people are willing to kill people or throw people in jail or take away then now we're playing a different game.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? So I just don't know even if people wake up, the real woke, the original woke, right? that is gonna make enough of a difference. With what, like I said, right now I'm at the point to where I believe if Trump loses, it's gonna be because they made it happen.
Right.
Which is still a high possibility that they can do that.
Well, I know you're not
number
a
of
betting
different
man,
ways.
but if you have to bet who's winning this election, who do you think is going to win?
That's what I'm saying. It's like if I had to bet, I don't think he's going to win. But it's not because he's not supposed to. It's going to be because they are going to put things in place to make sure it doesn't happen. And it's unfortunate because then I'm like, wow, they really want to mess us up.
You actually believe that they can steal the election?
Yeah, 100%. Yes, 100%. Yeah.
You're even though he's doing everything right and he should be there, and you can see the polls and you can see everything, you still feel there's a possibility that he won't win it.
Yeah.
Well, how do you feel? What's your bet?
No. If Donald Trump if Donald Trump loses this election and he is in fact the candidate, like he ends up making it and all that stuff, pass all of these different things, it will feel very much like Chavez 2000 in Venezuela.
It's like the end of America.
For real. Just because you don't understand how thriving my country was, 23 years ago. We were positioned to be the leading financial economic power of Latin America, and we could have been rivaling the U.S. We have enough oil to do whatever, but and it went progressively worse, quickly. In 25 years, it's gonna take an incredible amount of years to just get back to where we were back in 2000, if we ever do. But as far as Bukele goes, that dude holds the blueprint, and so this guy, Milei, pops up in Argentina. He gets elected. Verastegui is running the way that he's running in
Hopefully
Mexico.
he will. Yeah.
Hopefully he makes it, Maria Corina is running in Venezuela. So,
Hopefully she doesn't get killed.
Yes, it's not. There's many attempts on her life. This is just one of the few because we're getting closer to the whole process. And again, these are people that are all entrepreneurs. They all have money does not come from government.
Paraguay,
That's right.
Yeah.
Ecuador as well, and Paraguay. So it's great to see these guys kind of like aligning with each other. To your question about what is the influence that it's going to have in the Hispanic community, here's the great thing about it is that like as many people are, especially the Hispanic community, is tied to their countries somewhere somehow. And so yes, there's a whole blinders that we have with CNN and stuff like that. That affects non-Hispanics a lot. For us, we still have a lot of what's going on in Venezuela. I have an anchor. I've been here for 23 years. And somewhere, somehow, I still have an anchor over there. I have an anchor. There's many people in Argentina that are Argentinians being here for longer than 20 years. They're still paying attention to what happened over there. So I think, again, this whole movement that they're doing, borders open and stuff like that, that's also going to backfire for the community, right? For the Democratic Party. But I'll say it once again. If Trump, in fact, does not get elected and he is the person that is running and he wins the primary and he overcomes whatever it is that every single thing that they're making him go over, and Biden becomes president again or whoever's going to be out of the Democratic Party, it's going to feel very much so like Venezuela 2000. So this election is key to the future of our country.